Okay, can y'all see me? All right. So I have a Uber vent. Yesterday, I picked up this man from a very, very busy place. Like, it was like Montrose in the middle of the day. And so, those of you that's not familiar with Houston, Montrose is it's like it's like the middle of the city tourist, like before you get to downtown. It's really, LGBT friendly. It's a real vibrant place or whatever. So, and it's really busy because it's also part of like the museum district. It has everything around it, and it's right on the outskirts of downtown. So during the daytime of going towards traffic, it's very busy. So I picked this man up, and his location was the location that he was at. It was not the location where he needed me to pick him up at. Okay, so on this street that I had to pick him up at, it was only 2 lanes on the street. And then I pulled up in the driveway because he came out with this little suitcase, and I'm sitting on this hill on a slope. Okay, I'm trying to paint this picture for you so you can understand. I try to be as descriptive as possible. Okay, so I picked this guy up, and he goes around to the back. Now, he has this little carry-on with wheels, and it's really little, like small, and he starts banging on the back of my trunk. And I don't like that, because it's like, you don't have to utilize my trunk. It's not a must. There's no policy in Uber policy that state that you have to get in your car and put your luggage in the trunk. And what I usually do is I usually get out of the car, I pop the hood, and I assist them with putting their stuff in the car, because 9 times out of 10, I have something in my trunk too, and I don't want you in my trunk. So I usually help the person put something in there, or if they have a bag that's really small, I just ask them to put it in the back with them. It's not a big deal. Like, why is that a big deal? Okay, it shouldn't be, and it's not. So it was a really bad accident, and it took a lot of time, but I took some back streets, and I got through the back streets, and I got the man to the airport. First of all, this man's flight was at 7:15. He didn't call Uber until 5 o'clock. Aren't you supposed to be at the airport 2 hours before your flight? He lived 58 minutes from the airport. So I had to do a lot of defensive driving to get him to the airport. I got him to the airport. We had really, nice discussions throughout the ride. When he first got in the car, he asked me to cut the air up. I said, no problem. I cut the air up. It was really cold. Like, I was freezing. It was really cold in here, but I kept it up because that's what he asked, to have extra air and all this and this and that. Okay. So here's the point of this whole damn story. I dropped the man off at the airport. He thanked me for getting him there before time. He was real appreciative. All was well, okay? I even think, because I only did that one ride for that whole entire day, right after the man got out, he gave me a 5-star rating, okay? 5 stars. Because I was at 100, and then when he got out, I was at 101, okay? So I knew it couldn't have been nobody but him, because he was the only person that I drove that whole day. I went back home after that. I get a notice from Uber today telling me that the man said my car is undrivable. It's a big crack in the windshield. I'm missing hubcaps on my car. He told Uber that my trunk did not work, and that this car is not drivable, and that it is not safe to be on the road. I mean, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, so Uber was like, we are deactivating your account. We're suspending your account. I'm like, here we fucking go with this. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all see my other videos, it's always a mess with Uber, right? So I'm like, I can't believe this. So I'm reading all of this, and I'm like, I only had one passenger yesterday. I know who the hell this has to be. Oh my God. So I respond to the email with Uber, and I tell them, I'm like, my car, all these things that you guys are describing, I don't have any problems. There's nothing wrong with my trunk. I explained to the lady that excuse me, that Uber had me The Uber passenger had me pick them up at an unsafe location. It was not good for me to get out, pop the trunk. It was not good for me to even open the trunk because of the way I was parked, waiting on this man. I told them that. I told them I have all my hubcaps on my car. Like, these are factory rims or whatever they are on this car. It came with the car. Like, do you think I would really ride around like that, especially if I'm picking people up? So they made me take pictures and shit of the car, and immediately they reactivated my account. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I just came out of the heat and air conditioning. It's too much. But the whole point of this is, like, you know, people will really do shady shit, man. And I think that it's terrible that somebody could do something like that. I just got through telling y'all in another video, I hate passive aggressive people. Don't be in my car chopping it up with me, acting like everything is fine, there's nothing going on, and then when you give me a 5-star rating, and then you get out of my car and you call Uber or tell Uber because you want a free fucking ride to the airport. You tell them that all these things are wrong with my car that's not wrong with my car. You know what I'm saying? Because not only are they trying to give you your money back, but they're going to deactivate my account because they think that I'm not safe out here on the street. And so you're fucking up my money at this point because you're trying to get a free ride out of Uber. I could not believe it. I just couldn't. I couldn't believe it. I just really couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. That's all I can say is that I can't believe it. Some people really that grimy out here. And it's crazy because it's like, people who ride Uber, do you all understand that record of where we picked you up at your house, do you know it's still in our phones? I don't think that y'all know that. Like, why would you fuck with somebody and this person got your address on file? That's crazy. I would never do that. I would never do that. I wouldn't lie on nobody in general. But I just think that that's really trifling. How can you just talk about, you know, just make up a bunch of shit and say that something is wrong with somebody's car and it's not, just so you could get a free ride to the airport? You know, because that's basically what it was about. You probably paid $40. I took the tolls. You probably paid $40 and didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, come up off that 40, being cheap or broke, one or the other. And, you know, just kind of just was like, let me make some shit up so I can get this ride back. So that's basically what happened. Uber reinstated my account. All of this happened within, like, you know, a few hours or whatever. And I'm good to go. But that's what happened. And I just cannot believe the things that people do, man. People do some shady shit out here. And I'm trying to go back and redo my rating for him. You know, if it has to be some type of way where people can have a voice against these type of people, because if somebody rates you 3 stars and above, if I'm ever out here on the road again, I can pick this person up. Now, if I would have said that they are 2 stars and below or 3 and below, then you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have the opportunity to pick that person up again. But because I rated this guy higher than 3 stars, I gave him 5 and swiped and just kept on, you know what I'm saying, went about my business. But man, it pissed me off because it put a snag in my day, you know what I'm saying? Because they deactivate your account until you can prove yourself to be honest and true. And I said I was going to drive today so I could do something that I wanted to do tomorrow, so I wouldn't have to do it tomorrow. But I wasn't able to do that. So thank you for fucking up the plans that I had. I appreciate it. And I hope all the bad things in life come back on you. Sometimes you gotta just wish bad on people. And you're not supposed to. But I'm wishing it on this person because you shouldn't have did that to me. That's real fucked up. And I hope the rest of your trip that I dropped your ass off to the airport, I hope it don't work out for you in no kind of way. You watch and see what's gonna happen. Because it's gonna happen. I feel bad for you at this point. Because some people you just shouldn't fuck with. And I'm one of them. And I didn't appreciate it. I really try to be a good person. I help people. You know, I don't expect a tip or nothing. I get out in the heat and help people with their groceries, with their kids, and all of that shit, all to make $3 and $4, maybe $5 sometimes. And I just do it out the goodness of my heart. You know what I'm saying? So that type of shit really pisses me off. So to you shady ass people out here that do that type of stuff, y'all need to quit. Y'all really do. So other than that, let me clear this situation to clear my mind and get my chi back. But peace and blessings to the good people out here, the real honest ones that's just trying to get to where they going, whether it's the airport or work. But just be careful how you treat people, man. Just be careful how you treat people. Peace and blessings.